back with more Buffy. This is episode 6 of season 3. And very excited to check out yet another episode. Last episode happened. That was a thing, unfortunately. Not because it was a bad episode. But my heart has yet to return to its original position from where it sunk after the events of episode 5. There's this sense of dread as I carry on seeing where they're going to go with that story. Because I'm still very down in the dumps about how that will play out. There's going to be a lot of pain in my future and I'm not ready. But yeah, we're going to see what happens next with that and see if we're going to continue with maybe a main story arc for the season, if we're going to do more with Angel, Mr. Trick and the Mayor maybe, because we were introduced to the Mayor in the last episode and I'm very interested in seeing what they're going to do with that. But yeah, lots of stuff I'm really excited about and stuff I'm very nervous to watch. But yeah, very excited to carry on with the show regardless, so let's get into it. I'll try not to think about the horrors to come.
B. I'm going with B. We haven't had B in forever.
This is the SATs, Buffy, not connect the dots. Please pay attention. A low score could seriously harm your chances of getting into college.
Gee, thanks. It takes the pressure right off.
Oh, I like that he's helping her with this. Damn. Look, that wasn't an older gravestone. That could have snapped in half. That would have been embarrassing.
I broke my number 2 pencil. We'll have to do this again sometime.
See, all systems towards chaos.
See, that's what separates me from other politicians making Britain. I keep my campaign promises.
Is your promise to be weird?
Where did I put that scotch?
Oh.
Oz is the highest scoring person ever to fail to graduate. Isn't she cute when she's proud?
She's always cute.
We can work on it tonight.
We're going what tonight?
Well,
God,
except when
can we
she's
tell me
sucking
something
Xander's
again?
face.
Oh, I do well on standardized tests. What? I can't have layers? Study tonight?
I'm glad she has layers
No
now.
on tonight. Ooh, candy bars. Lots of them.
Principal Snyder, thank you. You weren't visited by the ghost of Christmas past by any chance. It's band candy.
We're not in the band.
And if I'd handed you a trombone, that would have been a problem, Summers. It's candy. Sell it.
What would I do with 40 chocolate bars?
You could hand them out at the
Eat
gallery.
them.
Buy something pre-Columbian.
I'd eat
get a
them
free
within an
copy.
hour.
20.
Oh, now I'm hungry.
I'm not taking off again. Besides, if I wanted to, I could just get on a bus.
Stop. Don't.
Yeah, don't check about
I
it.
just don't want you driving.
Ow.
Sorry.
Why do I put up with this?
Because it is your destiny.
Bird Box.
Because I just bought 20
Watch it on Netflix.
candy bar. It's not that simple, is it?
Angel's the Iron Fist now? Anything that helps him calm down, I suppose. Or relax. Process. I'd give him all the candy bars. Can Scott do this?
Buffy.
Boyfriend Scott.
Well,
Actually, he's not. He's fine. That's for you.
oh,
It's fresh from the
no one's telling each other anything.
Thanks.
Oh.
I worry about you.
I worry about you.
I worry about everything.
You know, Giles. I'll slay all the time.
Oh shit, exposed.
Oh,
Look, I'm sorry, but I had to.
I think we should both be especially careful.
This candy's dodgy, isn't it? Well, we finally found something in Buffy that would absolutely kill me, because I would be eating all of this shit.
You don't want to eat that.
Was that the guy who knew Giles from Dark Age and Halloween? Or did it just look like him?
That was BX. BX?
Before Xander.
Before Xander. Clever.
I like chocolate. And it's fun to sell chocolate.
And we're raising a lot of money for the band.
I'd have found this adorable in season 1.
Band, yeah.
Now I'm just like,
They're great.
no!
They march.
I will tape your legs to your own fucking chairs. Don't think I won't.
I can't believe this. Where is Giles already? I'm
Why would you do that when she's right there?
The big pinhead librarian didn't show
I need to do what Angel's
and I
doing.
don't want to do it. You do it.
All right, fine. And pretend we're reading something until we're
Is this making like
Commandant
all the
Sniper's
adults less mature or something? So I thought when Giles said like freak out and Joyce said split, I thought it seemed a bit weird. He's doing something to them anyway.
Buffy.
Take the car, and Mr. Giles can drive me home. What?
Oh. What the fuck? Oh my god.
Thanks.
This is
I'll call you Ripper.
the weirdest thing.
You'd like to know.
Oh, his face lights up when she walks in. No. I get sad every time I see Oz because he's going to be so upset.
Willow, that's a tree. Your tree. Are there any nuts?
Yay! His place is
Oh, fuck off.
Principal Snyder?
Call me Snyder. 'Cause I'm the principal.
I don't like this. They should have
That's
heart
terrifying.
attacks. Well, maybe there's a doctor here. I think that is my doctor. He's usually less topless.
There are some foxy ladies here tonight.
Oh god, never say that again. Oh! Oh, good god.
Giles at 16. Less together guy, more bad magic hates the world ticking time bomb guy.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess your mom's in a lot of trouble.
Snyder, no. This is so weird.
Special.
Copper's got a gun. Never use it, I may.
Well, so.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Season 3's just giving me all these weird kisses that I wanted in the past and now don't.
Mom, look at me. You know who I am.
So smooth.
Of course.
I'm your watcher, so you do what I tell you. Now, shut up!
It smells so chocolatey.
This is far out. Yeah, I've been out there. Town's wide open.
Damn,
First it was
Giles.
fun. Dad, he just locked himself in the bathroom with old copies of Esquire.
I don't get this. The candy's supposed to make you feel all immature and stuff, but I've had a ton and I don't feel any different. Never mind.
I'm laughing here. Why do you have to do this? I'm enjoying myself. Why are you doing this? Damn.
Look, a box full of farm fresh chicken.
Owen steady?
Oh god. Oh,
So,
relating
in
pretty
one
hard to
way,
Snyder,
We're
unfortunately.
pretty much in a talk or bleed situation. Your call.
It's him.
Oh.
Loconis, demon's name.
Oh. Well, this took a turn.
See if you guys can find something to time up with. Never tell me.
And we'll find it, in the sewers.
The sewers?
Good.
Like how his accent changed back to like normal Giles when he relayed that information.
I have some concerns regarding exposed gas pipes, infrastructure, ventilation, and cancel my 3 o'clock.
I have concerns that you're a fucking Fruit Loop. I feel like Faith would be a big help in this situation. Where's she? A demon, I'm thinking. Oh! Oh!
You just got yourself one less demon you have to pay tribute to. The way I see it, I did you a favor.
I guess you did. In the future, I'd be very careful how many favors you do for me.
Oh.
Kiss rocks? Why would anyone want to kiss? Oh wait, I get it. At least I got to the two of you before you actually did something.
Hopefully.
Right.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that episode. I thought it was a lot of fun. Another really funny episode, which I really appreciated. I do like a good light-hearted episode from time to time. So yeah, I really like that aspect of it. I thought right from the start they did a good job of like addressing that this episode was kind of going to be sort of about Buffy growing up and moving on with her life and stuff, because we had her talking about college and stuff with Giles at the start, and then also she was talking about, you know, driving and things. She's getting older and she wants to take a bit more responsibility and not feel kind of overbeared on by like the adult figures in her life. And then I like how the plot of the episode then switched that up and she was kind of the adult in that situation and all the adults were like reduced to teens again, which I thought was a really clever idea. I like what they explored with that, kind of the mirroring of that. You could also kind of read it as like almost an addiction, like the constant eating of the candy. But obviously the main thing was like teenagers being able to reflect on themselves, and adults looking back at themselves as teens. I think we all do it. We like, especially on like Facebook memories or something, and you'll see like a really cringy thing you posted like 7 years ago, and you're like, oh god, how awful is that? Like past Liam sucks. So I liked how the commentary on people when they're older and growing up, looking back on how they used to be, thinking, oh my god, how embarrassing were we as teens and stuff. So I like the themes of that with this episode. I thought it was a really kind of effective thing to do, especially because these characters changed so drastically. And I thought it was interesting that they kind of making Giles a teen again, particularly given his past that we've already been established. I thought that was a really clever idea, to have Giles be one of the ones really affected by it, and Joyce, because we saw very different sides to them both, and insight into how they could have been when they were younger, and you know, Giles being Ripper and reverting back to that kind of thing. Really interesting stuff, and I thought the performances are really funny as well. It must have been really fun for the actors to be able to play different sides completely to their characters, like with Snyder and everything. Snyder was quite funny in this episode, so I really liked that. And you know, a few more brief things with Angel. You know, he's slowly but surely, I think, coping and working out how to get by and try and get back to normal now that he's back. I want a bit more of that. I'm hoping we'll get a proper episode dedicated to that whole story soon. But it was nice still seeing that kind of be revisited. And yeah, I like the idea of the candy. Seeing the Mayor and Mr. Trick kind of keep teaming up. It seems like a very fragile alliance. I'm not sure how long it will last. But I'm really liking Mr. Trick as a character. And I like the actor anyway in A Series of Unfortunate Events. I thought he was really good in that. And I'm glad they haven't killed him yet. I imagine he'll die. But I hope he sticks around for a bit longer. I feel like the mayor is like the one to watch in terms of like villains, because he's been teased for so long. But I'm really enjoying Mr. Trick as a character, so I hope we see a bit more of him. And I'm eager to find out a bit more about what they could possibly want to do next, what their next scheme's going to be. And kind of dark with like the baby eating demon. I mean, it didn't look particularly great. It looked very Little Shop of Horrors, but you know, did what it needed to do. And it's not a giant praying mantis at the end of the day, so that is the very low standard. Then Ethan coming back was pretty cool. I like that they revisit a lot of older characters, and even in like the last episode we had that guy from Bad Eggs coming back, that vampire, cowboy vampire. So if they keep doing that, that might be interesting to see what they do. I kind of missed Faith's presence in the episode, which probably speaks to good things for her character, because she's clearly made an impact on me, so that's cool. I think I prefer Ethan in like the more like main villain role, because he just seemed a bit of a, I don't know. I know he's always kind of been a bit of a scaredy cat, if you will, and a bit of a coward at times. But I felt he was a bit more effective as a villain in his previous appearances. So hopefully they can kind of bring him back as like the main villain of an episode. But still, I liked kind of what they did with him. But I really liked the comedy aspects of this episode more than anything. Everyone, like all the adults being like teens again, they all gave really good performances. There's some really funny moments. And again, the thing of relationships that I've kind of wanted almost previously and now don't want, because there was a time where I was like, ooh, Giles and Joyce might be quite sweet together, and Xander and Willow in season 1 as well. I was kind of like, oh, that'd be sweet. And I would have melted at that scene with them with their legs, we're doing that under the table. I'd have melted if that was in season 1. But now, I'm glad we didn't have as much of that in this episode, because that really got me down in the last one. I mean, I'm still not a fan of it by any means. I'm hoping that will wrap up soon, because I don't want to see that continue. Thank you. And especially when Cordelia was literally sat right in front of them, like, come on. I mean, it's completely wrong what they're doing anyway, but, I won't badger on too much about that. I did that enough in the last one. But yeah, revisiting those two relationships in season 3 was kind of interesting and creepy and weird, and I never want to see it again. I miss Jenny. But yeah, I really liked all the performances they gave, and the comedic aspects of this episode, I think, worked a lot better for me in this one than they did in the last episode. So I really felt like the impact of what was going on in this episode, and to a big extent the villain plot worked really effectively in this episode, and turned all the adults, kind of reduced them into their like teenage years, whereas I never really felt that with those group of like bounty hunters, if you will, in the last episode. But yeah, I like how they continue to advance the story with like Buffy moving on and getting older and thinking about her future, and I liked how they kind of highlighted her two major adult figures in her life and their influence on them, and then her influence back onto them, because she kind of had to almost take what she'd learned from them and how they'd handled her and then kind of give it back to them, which I thought was a really clever kind of way of exploring that story. So I really liked everything they did with that. And I like seeing, whenever they revisit how much Buffy's matured and stuff, I think it's really cool. But yeah, just a really fun, kind of light-hearted episode for the most part. I like that they do revisit these characters and keep bringing them back. I'm very interested in seeing, more of the mayor and what he's doing. But yeah, just a really funny episode, I think. It worked really well for me. I like kind of the switching of the adults and the teens and stuff, and how the teens kind of had to take charge a bit. And how they kind of, it showed how clever they almost were, when like Willow and Oz and Buffy were kind of working out what was going on and stuff. So yeah, I really like that. Still, obviously, trying to ignore the Xander and Willow stuff because it just gets me down. But this was a great episode. I really, really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see where they're going to go next in terms of a lot of these story arcs that they have going on. Very exciting. But yeah, until the next reaction, thanks for watching.